sight from my soul.
G'day and welcome to episode 17. Last episode we dove in Riung, toured mountains and traditional villages before arriving in Labuan Bajo. This episode we'll explore the rest of Flores and visit the Komodo National Park.
Today we're going to go for a drive up to a place called Rangko Cave. It's about an hour drive up to the north coast. It's meant to be a pretty rough road, but we'll see how it goes. So we're just going to go and get some brekkie and then hit the road.
I think it's all angels just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my
Making some friends. We made it most of the way by car, and from here we have to get a boat, so we've just hired one to take us that last little leg to the cave. I don't think it's too far, but I just don't think you can get there by car. We've packed all of our dive gear, so loud. Packed all of our dive gear so we can try and go for a dive in the cave, and then on the way back we're going to stop and go for a free dive on the reef, which we said it's meant to be alright. To the cave. We got here and we realised that we forgot to pack our dive torch, which is a bit of a bummer. Mark's pretty annoyed because we can't swim back. I think the cave goes back a fair way, but we're going to make the most of it. Apparently in about 2 hours the sun just beams through here, so hopefully we can get some good photos and some good shots to show you.
Hello, I can't shake this simplicity.
Heading away from the coast today and going inland to a waterfall. It's about 20 k's, but it's pretty much straight uphill, so it should take us about an hour. And then we got about an hour and a half walk from there to the waterfall.
Through some rice fields and rainforest apparently, so it should be a
okay.
lovely walk.
If the weather holds out, otherwise we're going to get pretty wet.
It hasn't really rained much for the last day or so, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Hello, Mona. I mistook you for a dream. guess you always seem to know. Hello, Mona. I push back the serious feeling, the end's unknown, to get back the life I used to know. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. All in this, I stand alone.
So after getting lost for a little while and driving through some nice little villages,
A little while. 3 hours.
we've ended up here on a road which I don't think people usually drive on. Crossed a few nice little river crossings, and then it said we're off the map, and then we turned around and actually found out that we've actually driven directly to the waterfall.
There it is. We didn't even need to hike.
That's the beauty of having this car.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we're here now, so let's go check it out.
It's so good. After we left the hot springs yesterday, we drove about 10 k's south to a lake that we've seen on the map. Got no idea what the lake's called, it doesn't say on the map, but it looks like it is in a volcano. So we'll put the drone up and show you a bit of a look around. Just about 50 metres up this road is some Sulfur Hot Springs, which were putting off a bit of a funky smell last night, but you get used to it. A guy who lives here came up and said hello last night and invited us over to his place for dinner with him and his wife, and it was really, really nice to have a home cooked meal.
So after a little fact finding, the lake's name is Sano Nungoan, and as Jolie suggested, is a volcanic crater, the largest on the island. Sitting at around 750 metres above sea level and with depths up to 600 metres, it is considered among the world's deepest crater lakes. The town we stayed in is Nungan. With no power or phones, the village and its welcoming inhabitants are traditional in their ways. They use the natural sulfur hot springs to wash and bathe, which is great for your skin, and like this little fella, collect these massive dragonflies for snacks.
Thank you. Today's New Year's Eve, and when we first came into Labuan Bajo, a guy named Will got in contact with us. He invited us out to his resort on one of the neighbouring islands to celebrate New Year's. It'll be a nice change or a nice treat from sleeping in the car. So at 12 o'clock we're going down to the jetty and the boat's picking us up to go out there.
Please enjoy.
Thank For our last day in Flores, we've come for a day trip out to Komodo National Park. All the day trips pretty much go to the same place. They start at Padar Island, then go to see the Komodo Dragons on Komodo Island, and then Pink Beach, and then a final stop at Manor Point, where hopefully we'll get to see mantas again. We've just walked up to the top of Padar Island, and it's stinking hot. We've only got 1 hour here, so we're making the most of it.
It's a cool hard world outside my window. Ooh, where people don't know which way to go. I breathe you in 'cause you sit still on my pillow. Oh, I stay home with you in my head. We go undercover, I will be your lover. We're up through night and day. Come on, let me hear you say, let's go undercover. I wanna be your lover. I don't want the games they play. It's not us, so we better stay.
These rather large lizards are Komodo dragons and are endemic to this little section of Indonesia, surviving the harsh climate for millions of years. Regarded as the largest living species of lizard, they grow to a maximum length of around 3 meters and weigh up to approximately 70 kilos. They have the ability to eat 80% of their body weight, feeding on decaying flesh, pigs, smaller dragons, buffalo, and these deer.
But there's a fire in my soul that keeps.
So we've just come to Pink Beach. I think if I squint my eyes really, really, really hard, I can see a little bit of pink. Anyway, we're gonna jump in the water and go for a swim. Take our masks.
We go undercover, I wanna be your lover. We're up through night and day. Come on, let me hear you say, let's go undercover. I wanna be your lover. I don't want the games they play. It's not us, so we better stay.
And that's a wrap for our time in Flores. Next week we're off to Sumbawa in search of some waves. We hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. We're certainly excited to see what 2018 has in store. If you liked the episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks guys, see ya!